Alright guys, like I was saying, before I used to be able to fit this is way too it already pulled my fender a little bit. But I used to be able to fit a whole finger in here. I can't do that anymore because these tires are a little bit more aggressive. I guess the treading is more aggressive than what they originally supposed to be. And it's like that going all the way around. So I'm just gonna have to raise it up. Like I said earlier, I took one of the tires off and I put it back on and I had that one finger gap. So I'm just gonna have to get these tires off and just raise it up just so I can have just a one finger gap and I should be good to go. Alright guys, I got the first one off. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have to turn the bottom column to the left. So I think it's lefty loosey, righty tighty. So I've only adjusted this thing once. As you can see, I might have to hit it with some damn WD-40. Clean these things off. But right now I'm not gonna do that. I'm more focused on getting this car raised up a little bit. Got my tools right here. So let's get it cracking. Okay, the first one is complete. It's not a really big gap. I could only fit one finger in here, which is how I had it on my original setup. So that's good. I only have to turn it 15 times to the left. So I know that means I have to turn the passenger side 15 times to the left on the front. I don't know about the rears yet. But before I tighten everything up, I'm gonna lift this thing back up and see it. It snagged my fender right here yesterday. Damn. But I'm gonna jack this thing up and I'm gonna give it some camber, because like I said yesterday, if you look at the rear, it has like this natural camber to it. So I'm gonna try to adjust the camber. I'm gonna try this one just -1 and see what happens. All right guys, I finally got the driver's side finished. Got my one finger gap back for the front and the rear. That's exactly how it was last time with the old wheels. So now I gotta do the passenger side. All right guys, I got all 4 sides done. I got my one finger gap. I think I might have to raise the driver's side rear just a little bit more because my finger is super tight trying to go in there. Not so much on the other 3. I got a little wiggle room. But I'm about to tighten everything down and I'm gonna give it a test drive. Hopefully I don't rub. If I rub, then I'm gonna have to do this shit all over again. Yeah, this I'm gonna have to get a lower profile tire. Most definitely. Yeah, it's still rubbing. It's the tires, they're too aggressive. I gotta get a lower profile. Well, I'm gonna go see what I can do. Eesh. All this will be solved if I just rolled my fenders. All right guys, test drive number 2. I just adjusted the camber. One of them is on wrong. It won't go all the way to negative, but one side did. So I'm gonna do a test drive and see if I have any rubbing issues in the front, if the camber fixed it. Because if the camber fixed it, I'm gonna just run camber. So let's get this started. Ew! Too hard. So far so good. But even when I had my old wheels on, whenever I made like a hard turn, it always rubbed. So that's nothing new to me. So far so good. All the bumps that I went over, there's no rubbing. So maybe the cameraman fixed it. rub it's not bad. It's not as bad as it was. So the camber definitely did something. Now I gotta make a hard turn, so now I know it's gonna rub. It's a lot better than what it was. A lot better. I'm just gonna adjust the camber a little bit more, then see what happens. All right, everybody, I'm back in the house. Today was a learning experience. It was a good one. It was a good learning experience. Seeing as though I got a more aggressive wheel setup, I definitely have to roll my fenders. The other wheels I had, I didn't have to roll my fenders at all. Those are 17.75s. These are 17.8s. So they poke out just a little bit more. And it's rubbing the underside of the fender. I've seen countless videos on how to roll fenders. So, this Saturday, I plan to order a fender roller and a heat gun. Or I might just go to my local hardware store and get a heat gun. If they're open, you know, due to current events. But, I'm going to be rolling the fenders. Hopefully next week. Because the thing is, I don't want to get a lower profile tire. Because I like the meat. I like all that rubber. I just like it. So, I'm going to be rolling the fenders. Hopefully next week. If things go correctly. And yeah, today was great. I did some stuff with the camber. So now I got like this flush. The fitment is like flush. Because like I said earlier, the rear had a natural camber to it. And the fronts weren't cambered at all. And I kind of angled it a little bit. One of the coilovers was, I think it's on backwards because it won't go all the way negative. So it's like maybe 3 notches away from being all the way negative. So instead of me having one of them that was all the way negative, I put both of them to -3. And the fitment is damn near flush. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not even going to try to change that shit because I made the decision today after playing around with those coilovers, which was fun, but it was also tedious. I'm going to do everything in my power this summer to get air suspension. Yeah, that's the announcement. I'm going to do everything in my power to try to get air suspension. I don't care if I have to. I'm going to get in contact with Fitment Industries. If they can install it for me and do all of the, you know, dial it in and get everything squared away, I will drive all the way to Wisconsin. It's not that far. I'm only here in Chicago. It's not that far. I will drive to Wisconsin and let them hook me up. So yeah, man, today was a learning experience. Overall, it was a good day. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video so I can get this out so you can check this out because Resident Evil 3 comes out tomorrow and I'm gonna be glued to that game. So I will see you on the next video. Deuces.